Cinema is the mirror of the society. It is through cinema that we witness how our society has evolved, and this evolution is so well depicted by some of the filmmakers. So, as an ode to them, hereby I am starting the analysis of a series of path-breaking movies in India and the world cinema. I would try to bring to you some of the underrated movies which were real gems coming out of the imagination of the writer and the director. To give the series a kickstart, in this video we will analyze the 2013 release Malayalam movie titled Mumbai Police, directed by Roshan Andrews. Section 377 of the IPC, which made homosexuality a punishable offence in the country, was decriminalized by the Supreme Court of India on September 6, 2018. Not much has changed since then. The stigma towards same-sex love remains unchallenged, and the Indian society gives little visibility to the LGBT community, including in the popular culture. Mumbai Police happened 5 years before the British era rule was repealed, giving mainstream cinema its first gay protagonist and the throwing homophobia onto the table for discussion. The story revolves around three Kerala cadre IPS officers: ACP R.N. John, played by Jayasurya, ACP Anthony Moses, played by Prithviraj, and Commissioner Farhan, played by Rehman. As their friendship sprouts and the trio lands in some unwanted troubles, a shared service history awards them with the name Mumbai Police among media circles. R.N. is murdered by sniper fire while receiving a gallantry award, and Moses is picked to find out his friend's killers. He does crack the case but loses his memory in an accident right before revealing the killer's name to Farhan. Discharged from the hospital with little memory from the recent past, Anthony must now reinvestigate the case from square one. The moral ambivalence in the movie has already been discussed. That would have played the destiny of the characters. Above that, a layer of suffering that all the characters are enduring throughout the movie. You take any characters, they are always on the perpetual suffering cycle forced upon them by the world. The hero, his family, friends, the commissioner, dead cop, sub-inspector, the wife of the dead cop, all are put on a heavy dose of miseries. The flashback has been optimally used to recreate a surrealistic approach and atmosphere and imposing a darkness of suffering throughout the movie. The suffering of the characters are well interlaced with the slow pace of the movie with back and forth use of flashback. The character of the hero, Anthony Moses, is the quintessence of the movie, who drives the Mumbai Police back and forth down the thin layer of his memory. Though he is also in the continuous chain of suffering and hopeless case, but he is inwardly positive and remain optimistic, perhaps out of his desire to remain alive. This can be seen from the dialogue with the commissioner after coming out of the meeting room with the DGP and his team, saying, "A person unable to distinguish the past and future, but he is confident of resolving the mystery." Apart from the politics it discusses, Mumbai Police is among Malayalam movies' first finest crime thrillers till date. Just like Anjam Padira set the benchmark for psycho murder mysteries, this Roshan Andrews film provided police dramas with a much needed level up. The plot and the way past and present get interweaved is pure bliss, with little space for logical errors and confusions. We have one intelligent cop decoding his own earlier errors as another sets up the perfect trap to land the culprit, without giving him the slightest hint about what is in store for him. The viewers remain glued to their seats to the very end, and it is highly unlikely for them to guess the villain halfway, as in the case of many movies. The movie, however, was criticized for many quarters of being homophobic. This argument was based on the fact that Moses breaks down when he remembers that he is a gay in the presence of his partner. By showing the character in tears for being a homosexual man sends the wrong message, as if it is something to be sad about. However, this is a wrong reading of the film. A more convincing theory argues Moses is in a stage of recollecting his pre-accidental doings one after another, and by the time his partner shows up at the apartment, he has learned a lot more than what is shown to the viewers. The revelation about his sexual orientation fills in the last few dots he needed and hence breaks down, realizing the intensity of his previous acts. The discussion on homophobia doesn't end in the mere mentioning of the protagonist's sexuality. The very motive of the crime is the catch of the movie, which I would not like to reveal here. The crime takes birth from the thought, and what is that thought is the real suspense of the movie. Further on, in Aryan's words, the rascal Moses avatar is a veil that Antony puts on to hide his real self. The alpha male, toxic masculine image is expected to hide his real self from society. An ill-disciplined, alcoholic, angry cop won't be scrutinized for staying single or having visitors at odd hours. Mumbai Police is a good gay movie with a bad gay guy, an LGBT activist once wrote. It neither celebrates a crime nor the protagonist. Through Aryan's initial response to Antony and the speech recorded later on in his girlfriend's phone, it reminds homosexual people the importance of giving their dear ones time to adjust with reality. An angry outburst upon learning that you are gay doesn't mean they are homophobic beyond repair. People are likely to come around over time, he wrote. He just have to be patient. Despite facing theatre walkouts across the state, Geetu Mohandas' Move was critically acclaimed for showcasing homosexual lives and representing the love between two men without maligning it with pure humor or other homophobic elements. However, Mumbai Police happened 6 years before Move, with a star-studded casting and pan-audience approach. So I must say that it was quite progressive for its time. Bollywood star Ayushmann Khurrana had revealed how a lot of colleagues had asked him to rethink taking up the role of a gay hero in the 2020 movie Shubh Mangal Zyada Savdhan, as it could hurt his reputation. However, he went on to do the role opposite Jitendra Kumar, as he wanted to break the stereotypes about LGBT lives. Prithviraj, because of the same reason, deserves a lot of applause for showing the courage to bring ACP Anthony Moses to life, and that too way back in 2013. Even after revoking Article 377, homophobia remains a great social challenge for India, and the Bollywood actor confidently essayed the role 7 years ago. He wasn't the superstar that he is today, back then, but still decided to go ahead, and Ayushmann's words prove it isn't something that every actor will dare to do. Probably that's why Mumbai Police, unlike many Malayalam movies before and after it, is yet to get its due. I strongly recommend you guys to go and watch this movie on Disney Hotstar, and I promise that you won't regret watching it.